Hey there, guys. So today is Monday, and I am trying to do a regular kind of video today. I wanted to do this live again, like I have been recently, but what's been happening with my lives is the video quality does not seem to be very good. I've noticed when I watch them back on my laptop later at my apartment, they just seem very choppy and like staticky. I guess the internet connection or the cellular connection, whichever it might be, maybe both, but one of those connections, or yeah, maybe both of them, is just kind of not very good. Although I did want to test it out here because I'm at work right now in the parking lot. So now that I think about it a little more, maybe I should have done the live here today, or done this live, because I haven't done a live here at work yet. I've done them in three different locations. I've done 4 live videos so far in 3 different locations. And so far, the best video quality or connection that I seem to get is at the gym. And I worked almost till close last night. I think it was around midnight. So not quite until close, but pretty close. So I did definitely stay late. So yeah, I wasn't able to get up early enough in time to go to the gym before work today. But then I was thinking, I should probably try out the live here at the club just to see how the connection is with that and how the video quality is playing back. But also what's been happening with the lives lately is I'm not able to watch them back on my phone for quite a while after I do them. Yeah, it just seems to take a while for them to be on my channel after I do them. So like last night, honestly, I feel like the live that I did yesterday was a total disaster. I still have it posted on here because I was in a good mood kind of when I was doing it. I was laughing a lot, and I feel like a lot of what I said was kind of funny and cute, and I don't know, I still just liked it enough to want to keep it posted on my channel. But I wasn't able to watch it back the entire time that I was at work. And I had done it pretty early on in the day. I mean, I had done that live yesterday pretty early on in the, I guess early afternoon, it was still pretty much the morning hours, I guess you could say, when I did that. And then I didn't go to work until like hours later. But all throughout that time and all throughout the time that I was at work for like the 8-hour shift that I did, pretty much, I wasn't able to watch that live back on my phone. Like in between me being on stage and when I had a few minutes here and there to try to check it, I wasn't really able to see it. So, and that kind of sucks because I did end up showing accidentally. I mean, I was just so tired yesterday, and I noticed eventually later when I was able to watch that video back on my laptop later at my apartment, like hours and hours and hours later after my shift at work, when I did finally get around to being able to watch it back, I realized that I had a yogurt with the store name on it that, I was trying not to show like where I was, or yeah, that store is pretty location specific, and when I first noticed that, I was kind of freaking out a little bit, and I set the video to private at first, but then I kept watching it, and I was like, I don't know, I just don't want to have to worry about that anymore, honestly. Like, people are gonna do what they're gonna do. I've already had a lot of very strange things happen. I've mentioned so many times on my channel before, I've had things go missing from my car in my apartment. So I'm a very silver lining kind of person. So I want to think like I can just try to see the silver lining to that, to where it's like things have already been so crazy in my life and in my world as a dancer, or just whatever the reason might be, to where, yeah, I mean, crazy stuff has already happened to where I already feel like freaked out most of the time anyways, And another silver lining that I was thinking about with that location thing kind of already being shown on here now is now I can hopefully worry less about doing driving videos, because I really, really like doing driving videos. And I've been not doing them recently because it's difficult to try to prevent, like, that same store, for instance, like store signs and business signs that are localized to my area being shown in the windows when I'm driving. So that kind of was freaking me out before, but I guess I want to think now I don't really have to worry about it as much now that that store has already kind of been shown on here, you know, because it's like there's so many other things you can worry about in life. I mean, anything can happen for, yeah, pretty much any reason, besides just like people seeing where you're from because of the internet, or I don't know. I just really want to be able to just, yeah, show whatever on my channel. I mean, with the webcamming that I've done before, it's very strict. Like, you can't have anyone else on camera. You can't really be out in public. You have to be very, very careful about what you show on there. Whereas with the YouTube, it's kind of like, yeah, you still have to be careful about what you say, I guess, but at least you don't have to typically worry as much about who else happens to be on camera. Like, for the most part, I think, anyways, because where I live, I think they called it a one consent state, or a one person consent state, to where, I don't know, to where like whoever shows up in the background of your videos, I don't think you have to worry about it as much. I don't know, I have to look that up more. But yeah, I just don't want to have to worry about stuff like that. I mean, you know, I might not always be where I am right now. Like, things in my world are very kind of iffy anyway, you know, and it's like, honestly, the only thing that really seems to keep me in the area where I am is the club that I work at. And I've looked up other clubs online, and I know I don't travel right now myself, but I have talked to other dancers that travel, and most of them seem to say that compared to the other clubs the other dancers have been at, the club that I'm at is their favorite, and they say it's like very good. It's very clean, it's very like laid back and very nice and very professional. And so yeah, almost every dancer I've talked to that does travel to other clubs from time to time really likes the club that I'm at right now and says really good things about it. So yeah, but when I do look up other clubs online from time to time, a lot of places, even bigger cities, the poles at the other clubs don't seem to be as big as the pole we have here, which I am from a small town, you know, so I don't know. I've kind of always like thought it was kind of cool that even though this club is not very big and we're not in a very big popular area, we still have a big pole at the club here, and it's, you know, it's a good 13 or so feet. Whereas when I look at pictures of other poles at other clubs on the internet, they don't, unless maybe, you know, it's like Vegas or Miami or like a really, really big city. But other than that, even like bigger cities and more populated areas, a lot of the clubs that I've seen, at least in the pictures that they have for their websites and social media and stuff online, the poles don't seem to be as big. And a lot of the other clubs, like I thought they would be, you know. So yeah, I really do like the club that I'm at, and throughout the years I've had a lot of like foolish, silly little crushes on people that have worked here. In the past it's been DJs, even though those DJs were not very nice to me. They were still like attractive and talented as DJs, so you know how that can go sometimes. I mean, I don't know, I still was very attached to them, like emotionally, just because I really enjoyed working with them. And lately it's been a manager that I really enjoy working with, but he actually is moving, I think next spring. So I'm curious to see how I'm gonna feel once he moves, if I'm still gonna feel the same way about working here. I think that I will, because there are a lot of other employees and dancers that work here that I really, really like and that I also feel a connection with. So I think I'm still gonna wanna work here and stay here, but I don't think the that feeling or that tie that I feel to this place might be quite as strong. I'm really not too sure. I don't think I'm really going to know until it happens, you know, if that makes sense. But I will say, like, you know, I don't necessarily see myself always living where I am right now. If it were easier to get a house around here, if I knew more about how to try to do that, if the housing market was a little better, then maybe, yeah, but everything is very, very expensive where I am. It definitely feels that way anyways. Like housing, there's hardly any apartments available around. I'm lucky to have what I have right now. My landlord is very old though. He's been extremely rude to me in the past, very, very, very rude in the past. So I typically try to avoid him as best I can. And yeah, there's just not a lot of housing really that I can manage to find or be aware of in this area. There's most apartments and stuff around here are typically for like seniors only, because we have a very high senior population around here. It's pretty much all old people. Not all old people, but I mean, at the club, it's easy to forget that, because it seems like all the younger kind of like people more my age and like what I would consider to be more like my peers, you know, this is pretty much the place for that, is here at the club. Whereas, and then there's like, you know, downtown, but other than those two places, it's like pretty much everywhere else you go, there's just like so many old people. And anytime a new building goes up, it's pretty much always just for old people only. So there's really no apartments. Very, very few anyways, not a whole lot, not good housing, not affordable housing. Everything's very, very expensive around here, and the winters are unbelievable. I mean, it's freezing, freezing cold, like a good, or a bad 8-9 months of the year pretty much. So yeah, I mean, if somebody did notice my location from what was showing from that store, the logo on the yogurt that I had yesterday, it's like, well, good luck. I mean, if they're gonna go all out of their way for my old ugly ass, you know, to come try to give me a hard time, it's like, good luck. I mean, you know, they definitely want to do it now while the weather's still nice like this, because once winter hits, it's like you're pretty much in hell, like for a bad 6 months pretty much of the year. 6, 7, 8, 9 months. It's just unbearably cold. The weather, the winters here are just absolutely horrific, really. Just, so yeah, the club that I work at is, I don't have family in the area. The club that I work at is pretty much the main thing that keeps me in this area right now. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be very likely for someone in my kind of lifestyle and situation to be able to get a house anytime soon, if ever, around here. So, you know, I just want to try to live my life as best as I can while I can. So if people see stuff in the background, as long as it's not against the rules on YouTube, then I'm just going to try to not stress about it too much, you know, because yeah, I've already had so many crazy things happen anyways. And like recently with my electric bill this past month, it was like twice what it originally was. And when I looked online to check the hourly usage, I mean, I hardly use any electricity at all when I'm there, but the highest usage recently when I've checked it was for times that I wasn't even there. And it was times like late at night, pretty much right before I was getting back from the club. So I want to think that could just be a mistake on their part with however they're reading it, the electric company or their website, how they're putting it on there. But that is very scary. And yeah, that stuff, all kinds of stuff like that has been happening for so many years now, to where it's like, I'm just gonna do my YouTube how I want to do it. I'm gonna, if stores show in the background, if store labels show here and there, you know, fine. I mean, because again, I'm also kind of torn between like, do I promote the club that I work at or not? And you know, the internet is typically, from what I've noticed, the internet does not seem to be very sex worker friendly. Or as far as like the sex industry, like I don't think you're really allowed to promote what you do on like regular kind of websites like this, like on YouTube. So a part of me has been like, well, I wonder if maybe I could like try to promote the webcamming site that I'm on, or the strip club that I work at. And I've read different things about that online, and I've heard different things, and I just don't want to risk it, because yeah, it just seems more likely to me that it probably wouldn't be allowed and would be against the rules. So I don't want to risk that, you know. But then I guess kind of like the middle ground with that is like, if people did happen to see a store near where I am, maybe they could just figure it out, and that would be like a way for them to figure out how to come see me at the club in a good way. Like, it doesn't always have to be bad, maybe, I want to think. So rather than like coming right out and saying, this is where I work at the club, this is what site I'm on, like maybe I can try to find a middle ground between not doing that and risking accidentally breaking the rules that way, but also not trying, like completely going out of my way to try to hide like every little thing in the background that might give away where I am, you know. So because yeah, it's like there's so many ways that can happen, like, and I love doing driving videos. I really want to be able to get back to that. And with me doing lives a lot, it's like there's so many things that can happen that way. And, you know, I just want to be able to live my life. And it's like, especially now when the weather's like this, because winter, it's like, what am I going to do then? Like, how am I going to do this YouTube in my car during the winter? I mean, I do have my earmuffs, which are super cute, so I'd like to wear those for you guys. But yeah, like other than that, it's like just snow everywhere, and I'm gonna be trying not to drop my phone or get it wet from the snow, you know, just everywhere, and freezing cold, and just, it's just such a unbelievable hell here in the winter. Just a frozen, horrific nightmare. It's just... But I am very thankful for this club, and yeah, I mean, this is like a clean club, I'm pretty sure. Like, it really seems to be a good place to be and to work. I really like it here for the most part, and just, you know, I would like to be able to just promote it, or like, you know, if I were to try to, there's a lot of pictures and videos that I've done of me here at the club, like on stage and stuff, but most of them have the club's logo in the background, and it's like, well, you know, if I could maybe just not have to worry about that and just finally get around to being able to post them, I want to think that wouldn't be risking to accidentally break the rules as much, because it's not like I'm like coming out right out and saying like this is where I work. But if it was in the background, just like casually, like as part of the video, like what's the big deal? I mean, social media, like you're supposed to promote yourself, you know what I mean? You're supposed to promote what you do and where you work, and it's like, this is a topless only club. So yeah, then me saying that, it's like giving away more. But like, I don't know, it's just, it sucks to like feel like you have to overthink things like this, you know, and just stress out about every little thing. And I gotta say, like, I really am so sick of this narrative that women are supposed to fear like everything, because I've seen plenty of YouTubers, male and female, that have said where they live, and it's usually, yeah, people that are from bigger cities. But it's like, you know, if you're from a small town, you're just supposed to have to not say where you're from, because there's nothing to do where you're from except for like, you know what I mean? Whereas if you're from a big city, you can be proud of that, and like you have opportunities and like stuff to do and stuff to promote and stuff to put out there. But if you're from a small town, only messed up stuff could come from saying where you are, because there's nothing positive to do in a small town pretty much. But, you know, and then yeah, like females are just supposed to be afraid of everything and not say where they're from or what they do, or I don't know. It's just, I don't like living in fear. I don't like that narrative that, you know, it's just not something I want to have run my life, you know. I mean, I've been on my own for so long. I've been through so many crazy things, and it's like, yeah, I just want to live my life, you know, or try to. Not that I even have much of a life anyways. It's like, you know, I just work and pay bills pretty much. So, you know, I just want to be able to enjoy my YouTube and just not stress out about every little thing, I guess. But easier said than done, you know. I don't know. But yeah, I also, you know, it's like back in the day, where and why did it go from men used to, like, it was supposed to be they were providers and protectors of women, and now it's like if a woman's in the sex industry, you're supposed to just see men as predators. Or not even just if you're in the sex industry, but it's like, where did it switch and flip into where now it's like more of like they're a predator kind of thing, you know? If you're single, especially, like, you're just supposed to have one husband or like one solid protector man, or if you don't and you're single, then just all men are predators. Is that how we're supposed to be looking at this? Like, I don't know, it's very confusing and very stressful to me. But I'm definitely not very good with relationships, not built for relationships. Oh, and in my video yesterday, I was saying how I can stress out about little things, like germs and just like weird little things sometimes, like in my surroundings, and like get a little OCD and just like weird about stuff like that. But then I was saying how other stuff I feel like I'm maybe more like lenient and loose about compared to other people. And then to try to give an example, I said monogamy, because I was just in a very weird mood yesterday. Like, I was just like laughing at everything, and I was just so tired yesterday. And I'm still pretty tired today too, but I was just, I guess, in a weird mood yesterday. Like, the video that I was doing yesterday, I was just being very like careless and silly, kind of. Just so tired. But I just wanted to say, like, it's not that when I said I don't take monogamy seriously, it's more so like if I were to ever be in a relationship again. It's been so long since I have been in a relationship, but I meant that more for like myself. Like, I don't think that I would care if somebody that I was with, like, I think I would be okay having an open relationship, you know, and that kind of thing. Like, I don't think I would care if they were completely faithful to me or like exclusive, you know, that kind of thing. But I definitely take monogamy seriously, like if somebody else is in a relationship. Because actually the person that I've thought that maybe I might have feelings for the past couple years, they're in a relationship, and I've completely steered clear of that. You know, I've always tried to be that kind of person where if somebody's taken it, I just don't go there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just completely, I just shut those feelings off, and I think being a stripper is probably part of that too, because I feel like society is already, it's very easy for people to have a negative view of strippers. Maybe it's getting a little bit better now, thank gosh, with like the newer generations and being more open-minded sometimes, which is nice. But yeah, to try to like stick with that, and just to, you know, just to try to give the whole stripping thing like a bit of a better name, or just try not to feed into any of the negative parts of the stereotype with that. That's been a big part of it too, you know, like girl code, and just like, I remember like even back in the day though in high school, like if my friends were with a guy, like I would try to downplay like my cleavage or like my like anything that I felt was like sexual about me around like their guys. Like I was I tried to be very, very good with that kind of stuff, you know. I just don't go there. So yeah, and like now the person that I think I might have feelings for lately, like they have a girlfriend, and they've been in a relationship for some years. So I just don't go there. I don't flirt with them. I just completely try to shut that part of myself off and just not think about it or really acknowledge it very much, you know. And luckily for me, I'm such a workaholic, to where I'm just always busy with other stuff, which is probably good in that department. You know, it helps me with that, to just not, you know, get carried away in my mind with like how difficult that can feel sometimes, to not, you know what I mean, to just try to shut that part of myself off and not go there. Because obviously, yeah, I get lonely, I get, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm just always working, and I'm always focused on something that I'm trying to do, trying to accomplish, trying to improve, just with myself. And because yeah, like I know that I'm really not built for relationships, and I just always feel like I'm a work in progress, to where I have so much of myself to try to like work on and improve before I would be even like a candidate to consider to be able to put myself out there for somebody else, or as a possibility, you know. Like I'm just not there yet, and I don't know if I feel like I'm the kind of person where I don't know if I ever would be there, or will be there, or could be there, because I just have so much stuff within myself to work on. You know, I'm just like a weird kind of messed up person. I try not to be, and I'm always trying to like fix myself, improve myself, but it's just, I feel like it just never really, it's just like this ongoing process, you know, and I'm pretty sure it probably, I feel like it always will be for me, because I just have so many struggles, like things that I struggle with, and, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I didn't want, when I said that yesterday about the monogamy thing, I didn't want that to come across like, you know, bad and like give strippers like a bad name. You know, like we already kind of do a lot in society. So, you know, it's just like, yeah, I think I'm more the kind of person that would be more comfortable if I was to ever have a relationship, to have an open relationship, because it's just, to me, I feel like it would be less stressful that way and just less like strict and rigid and like I don't know, but that's what I meant by that. I just wanted to try to like clarify that a little bit. What else? It's my friends, well, not my, we haven't talked in years and years and years, but there was also in the video I did yesterday, the live that I did yesterday, I was talking about a friend of mine from high school, and yeah, today's her birthday. So I just wanted to mention that again because, yeah, September 15th, today's her actual birthday, and I'm still thinking about her. I really miss her. I'll always love her, you know. So there's so many people that I miss from my past, like so much. Like and I feel like realistically I probably won't ever see most of them ever again. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know about all of them, but like her, for instance, I'm pretty sure most of them are still like alive, you know, like still, because she's on my Facebook, like we're technically friends on Facebook, but not to where I would ever actually like reach out and like probably, you know, but yeah, all I do is work, you guys, really, like these days, that's it's been that way for a while. But, you know, luckily, like I said, I really do like working here where I work. I think it really is a good club, and it's a fun place to be, and it's definitely difficult for me. It's definitely like a lot but of course, that's how it's gonna be. Like the industry is notorious for being that way, but I think overall, compared to like how I've heard a lot of other clubs can be, I think this one's really a good one, you know, so I'm very thankful for that. And but so I got this juice at the store that I wanted to try with you guys today. It's so this brand, I honestly don't even know how to pronounce that. It's gonna read backwards no wait, this isn't alive. Oh wait, this isn't alive, so it's gonna read normal. I think you guys can probably see that. So this brand, there was three juices that looked really interesting to me that I've never tried before. I know for a very hard solid fact I've definitely never tried this before. I saw it in the store a couple weeks ago and I thought it looked really cool. Like look at the bottom, you guys. It just looks like really like, I don't know, yummy and juicy. I guess this is guava. It says it's guava pulp. And then they had two other ones that looked kind of like this, like kind of like thick and creamy when I looked at the bottom, like through the clear part at the bottom. One of them was like a white kind of milky looking color. I guess it was soursop extract or something like that, which I'd never really heard of, and I'm fairly certain I've never tried that before. And that one was in like a green labeled bottle, so I was really tempted to get that one because I thought it matched my outfit, but I don't know, I just decided to go with this one, I guess. Oh, because at the store I also I'm on a bit of a cereal kick lately, so they had Cheerios on sale again for $2.50. All the other cereals are very expensive though now, you guys. They're like $4, $5, $6. At least most of them are like $5 or $6, and not even that big of the boxes, a lot of them. Like yeah, I got Chex. I got Chex at the store the other day and I thought it was $4. It was actually $5. I'm pretty sure. Although the store I got it at today, I got it at a different store today. And I think it might have been $4. I don't know. But so the first store I went to, they had Cheerios on sale again. But this time it was a different flavor. Like they had the chocolate on sale. So I got the chocolate. And they've been having like different styles of Cheerios on sale for $2.50 lately at that store. So today I found the chocolate ones on sale, which was pretty cool. And then the other store I went to, I've never tried this. I've tried the chocolate Cheerios before, but I've never tried this strawberry vanilla Chex. So the Chex, I got cinnamon Chex yesterday and I pretty much finished that entire box already. There's like a few there's like a few of like the plain Chex left, like a tiny little handful pretty much, just so I could like say, I just left that last little tiny handful just to say that I didn't literally finish the entire box, but I pretty much did. Not all at once. I had like some last night after work and some this morning, or not this morning, but some this afternoon before coming back into work today. But I mean, like the entire box is like not, it's like a day's worth of calories pretty much, so it's not like super bad because I don't know, I want to think it's not that super bad anyway. Or like for someone my size, like I'm not very like tall or that big really, so you know, like for someone like me, it's pretty much just like a day's worth of like food, I guess, and then just add in some protein. And I'm trying to get off the popcorn a little bit, or like every now and then, like I'll try to take breaks from having like as much popcorn as I typically have, because yeah, like when I have the popcorn, it can just go on for hours and I get bloated, like, you know, just like gassy sometimes from it. And like, just, it's like, it's just, oh, the popcorn stresses me out. Like it's a love-hate relationship, I guess, with that. So yeah, lately with the cereal, I just kind of like, eat it by hand, because I feel like if I have it with milk or even water, like it goes too fast that way, whereas if I just nibble at it by hand, like it's almost like eating popcorn, but it's not as much fiber typically, the kinds that I get, so I don't get as like bloated or gassy. And it's just like, I just love cereal, but you gotta get the right kinds, you know, like some kinds are more dangerous to me than others with that. So I feel like Chex did me pretty good the other day. Like I really, like I was full from it, but not too full. It just was delicious. I really enjoyed the cinnamon Chex. So I was excited to find that strawberry one, because I haven't seen that or tried that flavor before. And then I also got like a crispy rice cereal, but I'm not going to show that one because that's just kind of like generic like Rice Krispies kind of thing. Not the actual Rice Krispies brand, but like the store brand version. And I don't feel like showing that stupid store name again like I did on the yogurt yesterday, which really like just grinds my gears a little bit. And you know, like all I would have had to do to not have that label showing the other day was just like fold the lid down like 1/2 inch more than I had it folded, or I could have just taken the lid off completely. I don't know why. I was just so tired yesterday, but I'm just gonna, like I said, I wanted to try to like look at the positive or focus on the positive, and it's like at least now I just don't have to worry about that as much because it's already happened. So now I can just like be totally careless about it and just drive all around and just doing lives, and who cares what shows in the background. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I don't know, kind of. I really wanted to get back to doing driving videos though, because like I said, those are really fun for me. Oops. So yeah, I'm excited to try this. They had the other one they had was a soursop, which I feel like I want to try to look that up online more later. I've never really heard of that, or it looked really cool. But I also have another green outfit I could wear to match that bottle. I have a green dress that I was thinking about wearing pretty soon. I really like this green dress that I have, so I don't know, I just thought like this is pink, the strawberry Chex are pink, and I have the pink bra, so I was like, that matches enough, you know, I'm wearing this. And yeah, I really wanted to try this one just because I've tried guava, like other things that are guava before, and I think I really like them. And then the third brand, the third drink that I saw from this brand was a passion fruit, and that one was like orangish kind of color, so that one looked kind of cool. So I think what I want to try to do is because lately I've been working Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so I think I want to try to work tomorrow and Wednesday. And if I work tomorrow and Wednesday, if I can get to the store on time before work, then I can get those other two drinks, like one for Tuesday and one for Wednesday. if that makes sense. Oh, and Wednesday is the 17th, so that's gonna be officially my 1 month mark of being on YouTube, because I posted my first video August 17th. I first started filming videos for YouTube back in early August. August 2nd was my first one, on a Saturday, I remember. That was my first introduction video, which was over an hour long. But then, yeah, I didn't actually, and from then until like mid-August, I was like, you know, filming a few of them here and there, but I didn't actually post my first video until August 17th. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this Wednesday in a couple days is gonna be September 17th, and that'll be 1 month for me on YouTube. So I'm definitely gonna try to like keep that in mind. I hope I don't just like randomly forget when that rolls around like in 2 days, but I really want to try to keep that in mind and make sure to try to do a video for that day. So yeah, hopefully I can have those other 2 drinks tomorrow and then Wednesday, which would be kind of cool. That's what I'm hoping I'll be able to do anyways. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like this. I would be really surprised if I didn't. Oh, but yeah, I was saying, like, up until recently I was having fresh fruit cups. Well, fresh, I don't know about that. From the store, one of the stores that I go to. But then yesterday when I went, I didn't get the fruit like I had been thinking about because, ready? Oh, that wasn't very loud. Because I saw somebody spraying cleaning stuff near the fruit, and that just kind of put me off of it. But honestly, you guys, I know that sounds silly and I sound very like weird and OCD about stuff like that sometimes, but also this might be a little TMI, so if anyone's like a TMI kind of person, like maybe don't listen to this. But so that was last Friday that I had the last fruit cup, or 2 fruit cups. I had blueberries and strawberries that day, and I went to the gym after that and I was jogging on the treadmill and I didn't feel very good. My stomach was like very crampy, and I've heard of this term called runner's trots, and I didn't actually, like, thank gosh, like I was able to like maintain composure for that. Luckily that workout on the treadmill was only 1 hour. A lot of times the other gym that I go to, they're 99 minutes, but this one was a different location, like a different location for the gym that I go to. So those treadmills are only set for 1 hour, but by the end of that workout, I was feeling it like more towards the second half of that workout on the treadmill. But it was like really bad towards the end, to where I was like, am I gonna make it like to the toilet after this? And I mean, I did, thank gosh, but I had to like really get up to the bathroom after that. And I'm assuming it must have been that fruit, because that was really all that I had differently that day, or like within that time frame, like recently around then. And then I think that happened like the following day too, when I was at the gym. I guess I've never had runner's trots before. Like I run all the time. I typically will go on the treadmill for like usually I'll go for 99 minutes at a time at the location that I usually go to. And it's very, very rare that I'll have an issue with that, you know, like I'm usually fine with it. But yeah, these past couple days, or these past couple times, I didn't go today, so that was fine. But yesterday I went after I did my live video yesterday, and it was kind of the same thing, not as bad. But I'm assuming it must have been that fruit, because yeah, like I said, that never really happens to me. But after having that fruit, I had that happen the past couple of times that I was on the treadmill. And I did still manage to get, I think, 7 miles yesterday, which was pretty good for me. But yeah, my stomach was not feeling good during most of that, and especially towards the end of that workout was just, so yeah, I probably won't be getting the fresh fruit cups anymore from that store anyways. But you know, like I'll just try to think of other stuff to do on here. Like I said before, I have a lot of protein bars pending that I've been wanting to do reviews on. So, and you know, it's not really summer anymore anyways, so it's not, I feel like the fresh fruit was like more of like a summery thing, whereas now it's kind of like gonna be autumn and different kind of vibes, I guess. So I think autumn will be good for protein bars, you know. But let's just try this drink here. That is good. Oh my God. It's really, really good. It has a little bit of a strange, but it's really good. It's a good strange. Like, oh my God. It's so good, you guys. Oh, I'm so excited to get, well, I have to do more research on the soursop. It just sounds weird to me. It looked really good in the bottle though. I just want to see what Google says about it though, you know. This is so good. I had never really seen this brand before until just recently. This is so good, you guys. Oh my God. That is delicious. Wow. I had a feeling I was gonna like it, you know, because yeah, it's like pink, and then it has like this like creaminess to it, even though it's not like milk based or anything. There's no milk in here. Water, guava pulp, sugar, antioxidant, aka ascorbic acid, carbomethicellulose, which they say is a stabilizer, potassium sorbate, and citric acid. This is really good. 4 grams of fiber. They say there's 2 servings in this bottle, so 4 grams of fiber total. Contains 18% pulp. Interesting. I knew I was gonna like this. I would have been shocked if I didn't. Whereas the soursop, I'm just hoping that's not actually sour. Like, I want to think that's just what it's called, but it didn't look like it was gonna taste sour. That one looked very like milky and creamy too, but yeah, maybe I'll get that tomorrow with my green dress. We'll see. I just want to see more about what it says online for that. So, oh gosh. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm kind of torn between the lives, doing the lives or the regular videos, because the video quality with the lives, I've noticed, is just not very good. But I was thinking about it and I was like, well, with the lives, I wouldn't have those videos on my phone anyways. So I could just do regular videos and then just delete them after they've uploaded to my channel, which I always hate deleting things. Like, I just can't really do it. But I'm just thinking like, well, I'm just gonna have to get used to it, because yeah, it's like, well, again, with the lives, I wouldn't have a copy saved on my phone anyways, unless I separately downloaded that from the YouTube, which I'm obviously not going to do because I have the storage issue with my phone. So it's like, it's not really that different, right? Like, if I just film them regularly, like this way, this normal on my phone, and then just delete them after they're uploaded to my YouTube channel. You know, because like with doing the lives, yeah, like that's just like so much more anxiety provoking for me, and just I do prefer to do it this way. Also with the lives, like the image flips around, so any kind of logo gets like flipped around. Like this would read backwards, and anything like a label or a logo would read backwards, which I thought was good for the yogurt cup yesterday with the lid with the store name. But then like I did watch the whole thing through, and there was a part of it where you could definitely clearly see that label, which I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna get over it, because I want to keep that video on my channel. I don't want to make it private. I just want to like keep it up on here because I still like it, you know. And it's like, oh, and also I was so bloated in that video. Again, I think it was from those fruit cups. Like, my stomach was just like going crazy like those past couple of days after having those fruit cups. And hopefully I don't look as bloated today. I don't think I do. But yeah, I just feel like the live that I did yesterday was such a disaster, but I still like it though. I just still like it, you know, and I don't want to have to redo it. So I'm gonna just leave it up and just say whatever, and just look at it as the positive of like, now I can just try to relax a little more for doing the driving videos, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I definitely feel better today, like my stomach and stuff, thank gosh. But so from now on, when I try stuff on camera with you guys, I think it's going to be more drinks like this. I want to do a lot more drink reviews because those are so fun for me. I love drinks, and it's very hard for me to drink regular water typically. Like, I usually just like to drink like drinks or like coffee, or, you know, at my place I drink water out of the tap, which sometimes it's better than others, you know, but I just don't love it typically. So yeah, like it's better for me to make coffee that way, and then just like how I love having drinks out, like when and I don't typically do it unless I'm out at work, because otherwise it's hard for me to really stay hydrated when I'm like at work for long shifts. But it's like a good I don't know, like doing these videos to do a drink review, I feel like is a good incentive for me to get a drink and hydrate that way, and not stress out about it as much because it's for a good cause, it's for my video, you know. Whereas otherwise I would be like mad at myself for spending the money on a drink like that. But yeah, so I'll do some drink reviews and some protein bars reviews, I think, upcoming, which I've been looking forward to doing the protein bars because a lot of them have been pending for so long. I have like 11 protein bars in my locker here at work and like one in my car here. So I'm really excited to do those pretty soon, I'm hoping. But yeah, I'm really hoping that this uploads to my channel okay after this. And then I might even, if I have time, I don't know, the sun's about to go down pretty soon in a couple of hours here, if that. So I don't know, if it's really that slow in there when I go back in, maybe I could come back out and do I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna want a protein bar right away after having the drink, but I don't know, we'll see. I definitely want to do those protein bars, a protein bar review very soon, sooner than later. And maybe I'll do a live tomorrow. See, I actually like doing the live still. I really don't mind it as much like I thought I was. For me, it's just like I can't. The thing is, if I do a live, then I have to wait for so long to be able to see it on my channel after, to where otherwise I might want to come back out and do another live like shortly after that, you know. But I'm just like, well, how would that work, you know? Like, would I be able to film another one while the first one is still trying to upload, kind of thing, you know? I'm just not too sure about that. It just takes so long for the lives to post to my channel, whereas I thought that because they're live, I thought they were gonna be on my channel more quickly than the regular videos like this, you know, because these regular videos a lot of times will take super long to upload to my channel too, and I wanted to think the lives were going to be able to come on the channel quicker, but so far that hasn't been the case. So far the lives have actually taken even longer to upload than the regular videos. So I don't know, you guys. Oh my goodness, it's just so much to try to figure out. I just don't know, you know. But yeah, this was fun. I'm glad I got to do this with you guys today. I'm really hoping that this one uploads like in a reasonable amount of time, so that I can just, like, you know, relax about that a little bit. And then I guess I'm gonna have to delete it from my phone after, but then yeah, hopefully shortly after that I can get ready to film another one for you guys, which I always look forward to. You know, it's always a fun little like thing to think about and motivation for the next day, you know, for me. So I hope you guys are well. I'm gonna wrap this up and get into work here in a couple minutes. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to get back to you guys as soon as I can, and hopefully this uploads okay. So thanks for watching, you guys, and peace out for now.